There are victims on this young man's side of the family. Nobody would have ever thrown them into the whirlwind of events that they have been thrown into. We must find it in our heart at some point in time.
Can't be scared of this. As Mark Twain said, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Yo, it's G-Spades. Welcome back to Radio.
We are human beings. You have to realize one thing. Hatred comes from the bottom. Believe me. From as they grow up, they gotta hear their parents. Yes. They gotta hear.
I'm from the South. I'm from South Carolina.
You know.
Welcome back to Red Room Radio. And today, I sat down with two intelligent gentlemen, and we were discussing the Dylann Roof situation that happened in Charleston, South Carolina. And they had some pretty interesting things to say, man. I only got a short clipping of both gentlemen speaking, but long story short, I'm gonna show you, their insight on certain things. I let you hear one of the gentlemen that was speaking. That was the owner of a restaurant that I went to, and the other guy was actually a professor. So I'm gonna get into it after a few more clippings. And Jon Stewart actually touched on a few things also, and also President Obama. So we're gonna get into that, then we're gonna get back to these gentlemen speaking, and then we're gonna wrap it up and see what you guys think, man. So stay tuned and tell me what you think.
This is a terrorist attack. This is a violent attack on the Emmanuel Church in South Carolina, which is a symbol for the black community. It has stood in that part of Charleston for 100 and some years and has been attacked viciously many times. We don't
have all the facts, but we do know that once again, innocent people were killed in part because someone who wanted to inflict harm had no trouble getting their hands on a gun.
We are human beings. You have to realize one thing. Hatred comes from the bottom. Believe me. From as they grow up, they gotta hear their parents. Yes. They gotta hear.
I'm from the South. I'm from South Carolina.
You have a parent, they educate you. They tell you.
They tell you.
But racism is going to exist always. So it doesn't matter. You can go another 1,000 years, 2,000 years. Believe me.
You have a difference.
You're still going to have a difference. Not as much maybe worse or not, but still it's going to be. Because people, they always screw up here. You have people, don't matter what you try to tell them. It's just, if you didn't like you, some reason you're black, you don't like you.
Here's what you listen for.
There are victims on this young man's side of the family. Nobody would have ever thrown them into the whirlwind of events that they have been thrown into. We must find it in our heart at some point in time.
Do you agree with this judge, man? I'm sorry for interrupting, but do you agree with this fucking judge? Unbelievable, man. Anyway, let's continue.
I never witnessed that because I came 76, 77.
Oh, you can't. Where are you from originally?
I can't. From my mother's from Italy. From Italy?
Italy?
And my father's.
So you're lucky.
Back in South Carolina State, they had in my hometown called the Orangewood Massacre back in 1968. Police officers shot and killed 3 college students crossing the line going into a
fight establishment in South Carolina.
Yeah?
The police officers. Now, you know why? Because that was the law of the land at the time. They had the right to do it.
Oh, law of the land.
That was the law of the land.
You can protect them.
They had to die to change the law.
On a piece of me that live in peace. That's ironic, I was warring, so I keep the peace. Obama speech, inauguration, stand up out your seats. Intelligence on your TV screens. A few years later, racism at its highest peak. People peak what the asking see, not what they're asking.